Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Welcome to another Geek Culture Congress. I am one of your hosts, as always, Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by the very famous and talented Mr. Tarek Lewis. Tarek, what is going on?
Namaste, everyone.
Also, the number one nighttime jock here in Tampa, Florida, Mr. Joey Franchise. Wild 94.1's in the building. Joey, what's up?
Much,
let me turn your mic on here. Sorry, there you go.
I feel like it's been a while, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a while, man. Yeah, it has been. Let's get into it, man. We got a lot of catching up to do. We're gonna hit a bunch of topics that we want to cover today here on the Congress. And first off, just because we owe them a review because they let us check out their movie. Mm-hmm. Me and Tarek, we got to check out Shaft actually.
Yeah, I like how you segued that by saying the only reason we're reviewing this is because they let us watch the movie.
Somebody has to watch this.
No, it's
movie.
our friends there at Warner Brothers. You know, they're our new friends
wait
right
to
now.
not get invited again.
They're our new friends at Warner Brothers. Yeah. So, go ahead, Tarek. What you think about the movie?
Yeah, please. I want to hear because I'm curious.
I actually loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I loved it. I'll be honest, I went into it like, okay, let's see what they do. I'll support Samuel L. Jackson and whatever. You know, I like the original Shaft and the remake.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, this is probably, I'll admit, I thought maybe this is going to be unnecessary.
Right.
And as the movie went on, I was like, man, I'm really enjoying this. I'm laughing. I'm in it. You know, I'm invested. I'm definitely not bored. And I foolishly was standing around like, is it going to be a post-credit? This is gonna be a post.
And I was like, no, man, let's go, man.
Yeah, does this tie into Boys in the Hood or something, or what else does this tie into? So, the humor is great. The humor is great. They do a great job of blending the generations. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Has a good plot. The acting is great. Everything makes sense. It's fluid. I really don't know what more you would want out of it's a comedy. I mean, I want people to understand it's not an action film.
This is not Endgame. It's not
This is not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Shaft version. It's funny.
That's funny.
I thought it was funny.
Now,
it was really funny.
Did it play off the last Shaft movie that Samuel?
It did a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Was it that sequel?
Yes. It was a light sequel.
Or did it stand alone?
It was a sequel light. Like lightly associated. There you go. Like they gave a little throw to it, those events in that movie happened.
It was Peoples that was a bad guy.
Yeah, they gave a nod to yes, the events in the first Samuel L. Jackson Shaft movie happened.
Yeah,
So,
there's some references to
definitely if that's what makes it a sequel, yes, it's a sequel.
Yeah,
to that definitely.
They show scenes from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So. I love the movie. I was completely surprised. I thought we were just gonna waste our time, maybe, and we were, have to do a bad review on something. But I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. I even told the marketing lady that I was like, man, I didn't expect it to be so funny. It was great. It was funny. I had it's Shaft, so all the violence, that you expect in a Shaft movie.
Yeah.
It was a love letter to Shaft fans. That movie. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah. So it was very well done. I really enjoyed it very much. So would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, I would give it a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a solid 4. Like, it's definitely. I told the marketing lady, I said, listen, this is what summer movies are about. It was a fun time at the movies. It really was. Honestly,
awesome.
I really think it might just take out these movies this weekend. Whoever is going up against MIB and
MIB. And
yeah, we had
Secret Life
Dark
of
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who probably won't have another chance.
Yeah, MIB had some rough reviews.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
We have EJ Moreno, who's he's been a guest on our show, and I'm also sharing his reviews and stuff like that. He massacred the movie. It was a massacre. He was more lenient for X-Men, which we'll get into later, than he was for MIB. So you dodged a bullet. I almost sent you to that one.
Yeah, I almost went to the MIB, and I ended up not going. Listen, I have nothing against Chris Hemsworth and Valkyrie, but
actor's name.
Yeah. But I just MIB like Shaft. It was one of those things. I was like, do we need this?
Yeah.
I was thinking like, do we need this? And luckily, I went to Shaft and really enjoyed it. So who knows? I could have gone to MIB and been like, this is dope.
Really? I don't know. But we need to get into your opinion about X-Men later. But we'll get into that later. Oh, you got to check out Brightburn as well.
Which I've still been wanting to go check out. I haven't got a chance to, but I have spoiled the movie for myself by reading and
you read all the
read all the breakdowns.
I will sum this up by saying I'm highly anticipating a Brightburn 2. I hope they are able to do it.
Really? You think so? You think that's going to happen?
Sequel. Yeah. I want to see the sequel. It was that good. It's a horror film. So all these movies were like they're stepping outside. It's like I feel like people are we can't beat Marvel and doing comic. We're not gonna they're doing Infinity Stones and
building universe.
It's not gonna work. So we're not gonna
go head to head.
We're gonna have heroes, but we're gonna do them differently. And Brightburn mastered that. I compare it more to Chronicle or like a movie like Hancock or something than to your typical Superman versus Batman and X-Men. It's more like that. But it's a horror film. It was dark. I don't know. We need to do a poll one day, like who's creepier, little white kids or little Asian kids in the horror films? Because they're both creepy. It was really good.
So, I mean, I've seen some mixed reviews. So let's get your 5-star review on that one.
I'm gonna go 4 stars on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'm gonna go 4.
So let's say if you're a horror fan, this is definitely for you then.
Yes.
If you like to get scared and stuff.
Yeah. Listen. Somebody blonde's gonna trip for no reason.
Always. Can't stop that.
Yeah. It's gonna be, bad decisions are gonna happen. But
oh man. All right, so let's see. We hit Brightburn. You also got to check out talking about stuff that's in the horror kind of vein or weird stuff, Twilight Zone kind of vein. You got to check out the next Black Mirror. Is that it?
Yes.
On Netflix.
Did you guys see Black Mirror?
No, I haven't got a chance to see it.
So there's just 3 episodes.
It's only 3 episodes?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Are they
know. An hour, 2 hours and a half?
It's like they're running out of twist.
Yeah.
So Black Mirror. Hey, listen, the first episode is great.
Yeah?
First episode is great. It's got some familiar faces. It's got Anthony Mackie who plays, I was calling him Falcon. He plays Falcon.
Oh, he's in that?
Yeah, he's
okay.
Captain America.
Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah. It's the first episode is typical Black Mirror, touching on technology and how we're integrating with it. And it's so weird. It's weird, man.
Really?
You got to check your manhood when you watch the first episode. Wow. You got to be secure in who you are as a man. You might need to watch some Joe Rogan podcasts prior and after, just to be like, okay, I'm solid, in my sexuality, I'm straight.
Yeah.
But first episode was really good. The other 2,
really?
It did not capture the essence of Black Mirror. Yeah. Miley Cyrus is the star of one.
Oh, that explains a lot.
You see what I'm saying?
That says it all.
Yeah. It's like you're expecting a Michael Jackson video and Schoolboy Q shows up.
Well,
can't even dance.
I saw some reviews of her episode, and some people I guess got it or liked it.
I mean, it made sense, but it you look for Black Mirror to give you this message, and they lost the message in the other 2 episodes.
Interesting.
I want to say.
So, 5 stars out of for the
season?
for the season as a whole.
I'm gonna go
because you can't judge. You got to judge the whole thing.
I'm gonna go 2.5 stars.
2.5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's just because the first one.
The first one was good, and then you
goal.
can't have 2 that aren't that good.
Yeah.
Just
it doesn't factor out, right?
Yeah. It was essentially the opposite of sex. The first one was good. The
other 2. Disappointing. There you go.
Short.
Disappointing, kids. Disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh man, did anybody get to check out all the new announcements? The E3, all the new game announcements.
Only thing
that's
I was,
your world, Joey.
Only thing I was the Halo looked good. The new Halo looked good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you about. Are you into that?
I'm into it. I haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
I wasn't really too impressed with the last one.
Uh-huh.
But this one actually looks very decent. I'm definitely like looking forward to that one dropping. But what really caught my eye though is the Avengers game that they got coming out.
Oh yes.
So mind you, they teased that years ago.
I got the PlayStation 4, right? And supposedly they're supposed to do a private beta for PlayStation owners only.
Yeah.
So we in.
I'm in there.
We in.
Are you a PlayStation 4 guy too?
I'm both. I
Okay.
dabble on both sides.
PlayStation 4?
I do not have a PlayStation 4.
We got to upgrade Tarek Lewis.
I purposely got the PlayStation 4 just so I can get the Spider-Man game.
Speaking of money, we continue about E3, but speaking about money, if you would like to support us, if you enjoy the show, we have opened a Pantheon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So anybody makes a donation, I will split it 3 ways with my partners here. So if you $1 will only go so far. So if you donate more, we would appreciate it.
keep putting together good content. Maybe get a better studio.
Maybe we'll get enough money to get Tarek his PlayStation 4. Okay. All right.
No, but the Avengers game, the E3 trailer looked amazing. Very reminiscent of how when we first saw the Spider-Man game in that trailer.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the storyline, and you see it on the trailer, is Captain America basically dies. Something happens, like it's an event. It starts off as
it's like they kill like people by accident.
Yeah,
something like that. Like something goes wrong.
It's really weird. I'm still trying to understand.
They're trying to stop some people from.
Yeah, I'm trying to
they're
grasp
trying to stop some supervillains, and then something blows up and
in
kills
San Francisco,
like thousands of people, something like that.
Yeah, and it's really weird. It's kind of like a play off of Endgame. It feels like because a couple years go by and they're and Cap is they got a monument for Cap,
right?
And you see Tony and Banner arguing by the monument.
Interesting.
It's crazy trying to figure out who the baddie is in this game,
right?
But from what I have heard, is Marvel is actually working on a gaming universe, so they're gonna tie in this Avengers game with the Spider-Man game. So.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I've been hearing, and it's crazy because if you've played the Spider-Man,
is it the same or the Square's like a different?
No, it's not. It's just a different company because Insomniac did Spider-Man and Eidos.
Yeah,
they're doing this Avengers game. But here's the thing: if you played the Spider-Man PS4 game, there's a part.
I didn't yet.
There is a part in that.
I'll let you spoil it for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But there's a part where he's having a conversation with Mary Jane in a coffee shop. And she's asking him, like, where the Avengers are or something like that. And he's telling her, there's somewhere on the West Coast. And the game just happens to be, like, the Avengers game is set in San Francisco.
Interesting.
So I'm really hyped for that one.
Interesting. All right. I'm excited too. A lot of people are clowning though they didn't get the
costumes,
the rights for the
voices,
of the and the voices of
is that
the
what
actors.
it is?
Yeah, everybody was tripping about that.
It was tripping about that. I'm like, come on, man. Like, how much more money we need to give Robert Downey Jr.,
And it's like, the suits didn't look exactly like how in the movies. And it's like, you can't
like
really.
Hulk doesn't look like Mark.
You gotta let it live on its own because that's exactly what got all these like movie-based video games like trashed in the first place. Like, remember when they used to do the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire video games? And they did the 2 and 3 and all that stuff, and those were ass, bro.
Yeah, it's like
we're not good.
It's like the typical Star Wars fan, They're not in it for anything Star Wars. They just want to hate it because they hate it because it's not something that they can have control over.
Yeah,
it's
not the way would do it if they were doing it themselves.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So it's just more of that. People like you and me, we're gonna play regardless. So, it's like, who cares what they look like? As long as they look decent, right?
When's the last time they had an Avengers game?
Man.
Damn, way back, there was an arcade game. It was Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah, was that the last time?
No, I'm sure they had other Avengers.
Full on Avengers though.
Yeah, I don't recall anything after that. It had some Iron Man games.
I don't know. We need to do research.
I don't think they've ever had like.
I got a computer right here.
They've heard that Marvel team up stuff.
Yeah, I mean Marvel Capcom. Yeah. You got the old X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
Maximum Carnage. That has some.
That was just Spider-Man and Venom.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, they have like the ones
Spider-Man.
For,
they had the Spider-Man with the X-Men. I remember that, and they were taking down the arcade.
They have the apps. They have the app games. The Strike Force and
that's like the whole Marvel universe. Yeah.
Oh well, technically it's Avengers 2, right? No.
But we're talking about like on a console.
Yeah.
So mean, man.
Yeah.
I
don't really do the app games.
Interesting. Oh, so here's an interesting thing I just looked up right now. So apparently the publisher is Square and Square Enix, Final Fantasy and all that good stuff. but the developers are Crystal Dynamics and Eidos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
I got
there's
it
the
all
link.
mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the link. Yep. Bam. I love it. I'm looking forward to that one. What else did I see? Oh, the new Star Wars video game.
Yeah, that too.
That looked really dope. Did you see that?
I
shared that. Fallen Jedi. Is that what
I
it's
did
called?
see this one.
Fallen Jedi.
I don't really like the way it looks.
No, you don't like it?
No.
Why?
Well, as
You
a
gotta
Star Wars
explain.
fan,
Yeah.
you know, they keep killing these Jedi, and there's like 12 of them. 12 or 15 Jedi running around. And like, why do we keep, I don't know. It's
the dude.
I know it's a video game, but it did look a little childish.
It's the actor that played Joker in Gotham. I forget his name now right now.
Yeah.
I need to look it up.
Oh boy, from he was in Shameless too, right?
Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like that they're continuing this storyline. They got the guy from who was in was it Rebel One?
Okay.
Yeah, the Forrest Whitaker's character in there.
You know what looked good too? The Keanu Reeves Punk. Was it
Cyberpunk?
22? Yeah.
Cameron Mahanigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay.
So he is the voice actor and also the digital actor of his voice. They videoize his face, should I say, for the to be the main protagonist of the video game. So I liked it. It looked pretty cool. You know, I'll probably give it a spin.
Yeah.
You know, just try it out. I see they included in the trailer. They included Forrest Whitaker's character.
Yeah.
From
Rogue One.
Yeah. We were talking about that as you were ignoring us.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why
I was looking up the info. Okay.
Like, we're legit we were moved on to a whole nother game, and he's still on the last one.
Oh man, I did share that trailer, by the way. It's on the Facebook page. But what were we talking about now?
The Keanu Reeves.
Steampunk.
Yeah.
2025. That was it.
Something crazy like that.
2055.
But it looks good.
Yeah. Looks good.
The effects look good.
Decent.
He's having a great month.
Bro, he's John Wick all year long. He should just be John Wick
I saw John Wick finally.
all year long.
I finally saw John Wick. I enjoyed it very much. It has all the violence and kung fu that I need in my life.
Should we get a John Wick game is the question. I actually saw who was a friend of ours. We had Cam.
Yeah.
Cam, that dude who's actually on Wild 94.1 on the weekends. He put up a post. He's like, should we get a John Wick game? And I was like, well, isn't that basically Max Payne?
It is. Or
just
Hitman.
without hand-to-hand combat.
But we haven't had a Max Payne in a long time.
And I was just thinking about that when that got brought up. And it's just like, when are we going to get another Max Payne, like a real fire one?
So, yeah, I think John Wick at this point, you could capitalize off of that.
Yeah.
Do John Wick instead.
I
would check it out.
John Wick?
John Wick.
Video game?
I'd probably give it a spin.
I'd be cool with that.
You know, it'd be cool if they did like a fighting game with John Wick. That'd be pretty dope.
Like a Mortal Kombat style?
Yeah, sure.
Nah,
Nobody wants
I'm
to
not
fight
with that.
John
I
Wick.
want to continue like
Everybody want to be John Wick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick.
Nobody's gonna pick Ruby Rose's character from the last.
Somebody want to be this girl's character.
Or Halle Berry. Well, Halle Berry, I mean, just because it's Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Oh, she kicked butt. Yeah, she was kicking butt.
It's Halle Berry.
Yeah, it's Halle Berry.
Well, no, she did a really good job though. She looked like she did a lot of her work.
That's good. She had to redeem herself from Catwoman. So
man, that's been a long road to redemption on that.
Yeah, that was a huge.
Yeah. They need to take that out of distribution.
They need to stop showing that on IFC.
I think it's going up on the DC Universe app. I think it's actually available right now.
Yeah. Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Add that to the list of DC mistakes.
So apparently, since I just talked about DC Universe app, apparently the Swamp Thing show that just premiered is Gonzo, but what the season that just started is actually really good.
No, apparently. I heard it is. And I think what they should do is just throw it on Netflix. DC, I don't think DC has any business creating their own service right now. Like, granted,
but it's pretty good.
But their
cool
cartoon movies like are really good, and they continue to do well, and that's what's up. Like, yo, and you know, you got classics like the Batman animated series. Like, I'm cool with that. You know, the CW shows, I get that they got a wave going too. But, man, throw all them joints on Netflix and call it a day. You already ruining. You're already tarnishing the
Netflix
brand
will probably appreciate it.
Yeah, they're tarnishing the brand because like with what they did with the DCEU, and then you know now they're trying to do this whole Batman thing, and nobody likes Robert Pattinson being the new Batman.
Gotta give the man a
It's
chance.
becoming
Gotta give it a chance. Let him make it. That's what I say.
I'll
Let
give
him-
Patterson a chance, man. But I'm with you. That app, that DC Universe is.
It's kind of. It feels stale, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't get the strategy of just putting one episode every week on the app when Netflix already has established, like, bam, the whole
All of it at one time.
binge it. You know,
For real.
I mean, like, it's done already. Just throw it up there. You know, it's not like they're doing it week to week.
But that's because
You know?
it's
Unless,
probably.
or man, I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand how post production works. You know,
But they just probably feel like that's as much content as they can put out at a time because they don't want to, excuse my language, but blow their wad on a whole like bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? All at one time.
Yeah, because if you put it all out, somebody
gotta
can
come
binge
back.
it.
the comic books, like I was looking at a DC app, and I was reading like the little comic books and stuff like that, the little things that you can read.
Yeah.
The library of comic books, digital comic books. That was pretty dope. I don't know. I just can't justify saying, okay, I'm gonna pay $8 a month for this. Right?
I was gonna say you cape for DC. For DC stuff, like I cape for X-Men.
I like it. I like DC stuff. You know,
Yeah, me too, and I want to see it.
I always swing
good.
more Marvel, but I always enjoy DC.
I
stuff.
think they need to team up with somebody, or if Warner Brothers had an app,
Yeah,
and it was like within like a Warner Brothers Plus thing. Cool.
that's true.
It's like what Marvel's doing with Disney. It's like Disney's got so much.
So what if
content.
Warner Brothers makes the app, right, for their other stuff, whatever that is. I don't even know at this point right now. Bugs Bunny or something.
We got Matrix films.
Okay, yeah, fine. So they make the app, right? They got the content, whatever content else they have that's not DC, and then they say, for $5 more a month, have access to a DC Universe app too as well, and watch everything DC Universe. Is that a good
selling point? I don't know, man.
And I'm being generous with $5. They might do like
that's 2 cups of coffee.
$7.99, you know, or something like that.
2 cups of coffee in my day. I'd rather have the coffee, to be honest.
That's a
Warner
large
Brothers.
waffle fry.
Yeah.
Randall.
Bro, there's cheaper stuff at Wendy's.
Yeah. I can go to Culver's and make out.
I live a calculated lifestyle, my man.
Yeah.
Our boy Randall, he reviewed the TMT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman animated.
I actually wanted to see that.
He said it was really, really good. He might be a little biased because he's a fan. So
yeah,
but it's definitely worth a check out. So that review is up on the page as well on the Facebook Geek Culture Congress page. And then let's see. Last but not least, of course, X-Men, Dark Phoenix.
Still haven't watched it, man.
Reactions and
repercussions.
I just don't even want to react yet. I don't want to react yet. I'll let you guys react.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say.
But how messed up is that? Like to do this show and not have the urge to want to see that movie so we can talk about it. Like I think they've already dug themselves such a huge hole.
He was there day one, right? He was there Friday, right?
I went Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go Friday. They won't.
And he was pretty generous. Like I posted up his review. He gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Listen, the hate is
it's unwarranted.
It's so unwarranted.
Really?
If this movie came out in September, people would like it more. It's so close.
You think they're just comparing it to everything? Endgame and Infinity
War, so close to
and
Endgame and all this other stuff that it's like, okay, well, everyone's saying, like most of the people I've seen who watch it say, well, it wasn't bad. It was decent, but it wasn't great. And it's like you're comparing it to Endgame. You can't help but do it. And people who don't like it and say they should have done something else, I can't wait for Marvel to do it. I'm like, what do you want them to do? I don't know. I just want them to do something. And it's like, dude, you just want the 90s cartoon, and you can't have the 90s cartoon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's
Speaking of the 90s cartoon, supposedly that's in the works. Like they're bringing it back somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to happen. It's going to go on
with
Disney Plus or something.
I need it like look exactly
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't have this new gen cartoon stuff. It's not. I
don't know if they can replicate the old way. I think they used to draw it back then,
and that's what I want to see.
Right?
Yeah, that's what
I'm sorry. I'm old fashioned.
I don't want it. I don't want it to look like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, whatever.
Yeah, that was terrible. I want it all like digitized and all that.
That would look bad.
Yeah,
that definitely
X-Men,
would be whack.
7 out of 10. Action's good. The acting's good. I don't know what people want.
Okay, so playing devil's advocate here, Tarek, right? If you had to say, okay, that was really bad, what was bad?
In the movie?
Yes.
Without spoiling?
Without spoiling.
The character that is played by Jessica Chastain,
yeah.
That thread
is
unnecessary.
Unfreaking necessary?
Unnecessary.
I can
but it's an ode to the comic books.
Okay.
So this Dark Phoenix is the guy clearly was a fan of the comic, and he's like, I'm gonna get as close to the comic book as I possibly can without it being ridiculous. And it was an ode to the comic books.
Okay.
So that's why. But it was unnecessary. It was like going really well, and it's like they throw this thing in. It's like, we don't really need this part.
Yeah.
Well, you think that was the whole reshoot? Her part?
The reshoot was because MCU had acquired the rights to use scrolls in Captain Marvel.
Right.
So the reshoot happened because
because
that was the original script. The scrolls were going to be involved in this whole Dark Phoenix thing.
Gotcha.
Because I know.
That's why, like the art, the character arc for Jessica Chastain's character, she was originally supposed to be the scroll, but she ended up being. Right. I forgot what they call him, but it's another Marvel-based character that dealt with the Dark Phoenix and X-Men and all that.
Yeah,
I forgot what they call him, but that's basically what happened.
Yeah, and I know that they reshot the ending because it was similar to clearly Captain Marvel. But I like this more than Captain Marvel.
Allegedly,
it was definitely Captain Marvel. It was definitely.
I don't know, man. I'm taking your word for it. Okay,
yeah. I like this more than Captain Marvel.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
I watched Captain Marvel again last night. It wasn't bad.
No? Yeah. And they're both like, it's not bad, but I like this more than Captain Marvel.
But you just know, I just want you to understand that like half the movie watching universe of X-Men that's watched it as you have did not agree with you, right?
Yeah, I don't care about these people. You say that to me.
I just want you to know.
As if like their opinions matter to me. Like I watch them grown. I do not care.
You know, it was EJ, the other guy that he reviewed it, and he also was a little bit nicer to it.
Listen, it's not. You got to go out and see it,
right?
But it's also not like trash. It's better than Apocalypse.
That's a step.
Yeah, it's better than Apocalypse.
He did say the same thing.
It's better than Apocalypse, and I didn't think Apocalypse was as bad.
It wasn't as bad as people
made it out to be.
There was certain plot holes and questions I had about it, but
and again,
I didn't like how Apocalypse looked. But.
I didn't like how Apocalypse looked either. But again,
he looked like Mr. Ooze from.
And Apocalypse again. I think Apocalypse followed Civil War. Oof, you can't follow Civil War. You know,
you can't. Civil War just came and went. Psh.
Yeah, you can't follow Civil War. So.
Wow. What do we got going on, guys? Let's see. We have Thursday. I have Devious Eye Entertainment. They're bringing their video game. They're supposed to come last week.
Yeah, I wanted to play this thing.
I know. I wanted to play it too, but they had to cancel because they couldn't get the build right and they didn't want to embarrass themselves.
That's fine.
So,
just smart.
Understand.
So they have a good build now of it. They're gonna bring their laptop with it running, their Alienware with it running, so we could try it out.
Yep.
They're coming next Thursday, so we're actually gonna be the first show to premiere the actual gameplay live. Or not, we won't do a live show. We'll do a pre-recording and we'll throw it up. But
cool.
We'll be the first geek show to actually have that footage. So
okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So are we gonna allow profanity that show? Like
it's a horror movie, so
that's how I play video.
I say
yeah. There's a lot of profanity going on in my house.
You need a lot of censors.
It's a horror movie, and I gotta put the explicit for that show. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not suitable for work.
Yeah.
Guard your kids, hide your wife. What was it? But we do have. I don't know if you guys are going, but the June 26th premiere for Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh, I want to go. I've been
debating on whether I can make that ride. You know, I do late night radio.
Apparently, you have the only invite, Joy franchise, because you are connected.
Well, it's hard for me to listen. It's hard for me to use that perk.
Yeah.
But if I'm on the air,
during the day?
It's at night.
How are you gonna go at night? You gonna?
I'm not gonna. That's the thing. I'm asking. Well, now I have information that now you guys have.
Okay.
So that way I can.
We can coordinate, right?
Yeah.
Our podcast sounds like a mafia meeting.
Pretty much.
We're
making plans, ladies and gentlemen.
This is so ethnic.
But what is your take on Spider-Man: Far From Home? What are your predictions?
Mysterio's a liar, a dirty liar. We all know this.
Basically,
if you're a Spider-Man fan, you know this. You're just like, come on, you know what I mean? Multiple universe. You're from multiple. I'm sure there's multiple universes, but you ain't from one.
Yeah.
But
I just never trusted Jake Gyllenhaal ever since what was it, Day After Tomorrow?
Oh, he was.
I just never trusted him after that. Great guy, he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong, but I just never trusted him after that.
What was the other actor you had a beef with? I forget.
Oh, it was Zachary Levi.
Yeah, you are.
That damn Zachary Levi.
For Zachary Levi. Oh man.
Don't worry, I'll probably get I'll probably add the Blu-ray to my collection because it's only right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I am not. Listen, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. I want to say, and the Mysterio angle in the multiverse.
Yeah,
I'm not highly anticipating it. I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna trust Marvel because they got a good record.
Yeah.
But the idea of the multiverse and this Mysterio, whatever his name is, they're not even calling him Mysterio.
No, they're not.
It's Mysterio.
Quentin Beck.
It's Mysterio. Guys. Come on, let's get it together.
I don't like the way he looks. He looks like Knights of the Round Table. Like wearing
I'm from another universe.
Yeah, wearing his grandmother's Voss on his head, but I'm gonna rock with it.
Oh man,
we'll see how bad.
Can't be that bad, right?
Can it be?
No, it can't be that bad. It's got to be good.
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited to see all the Spider-Man suits. I agree with you guys. Mysterio's lying. It's obvious, I think, at this point. And post-credit scene, I think we're gonna get a Sinister Six.
Yeah. Finally.
Let's see.
At least, this is my prediction. All right, this is not. I think that Avengers building that was bought in Homecoming will become Oscorp.
Oh yeah, I think that might happen too.
Okay.
Yeah. So might happen, and then that will definitely be like some beef for Peter because he's like, yeah, man, this guy just bought the old Stark building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little area of contention there.
Wonder if Norman Osborn will wear the Iron Patriot suit too.
Oh. He does do that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they teased it? What was it? Iron Man 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah.
Kind of in Endgame. Was that the Iron Patriot suit in Endgame?
I think so. It was like I know it was like kind of a red, white, and bluish thing going on.
I would be happy if the end credit is Venom.
Yeah. We might get that too.
Yeah. I don't know what their deal is, but
I think Sony wants to do that too.
Yeah.
I know. It's just like
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how they're gonna try and get X-Men into the universe eventually, but I guess they'll figure out something, when they're ready.
Well, all that and more on the next episode of Geek Culture Congress.
All right, guys, check us out. Please donate what you can to keep us help us stay on the air on our Patreon. That's all right, really and so we can pay for this hosting every month and help us out, please, if you feel it, the kindness in your heart. Check us out, follow us, like us, Instagram, Geek Culture Congress, on the Facebook, Geek Culture Congress, the page, like us. Our likes are going up. Some we've been sharing with Flickering Myth there, and they've been reposting us. Like last time I looked, we were like at like 20,000 shares or something, some article. Fine. But the likes didn't go up. I don't know what happened, but somebody's looking at our stuff, so it's good. It's looking good. So please, if you're on Facebook, like us on the Geek Culture Congress page. And Thursday, we'll be back with Devious Eye Entertainment. They'll be showing off their game. It's called Reverie.
Nice.
Reverie. Yep. Survival horror game.
And that show will have profanity.
For sure.
Tarek, what
Parental advisory.
What you got going on?
Just follow me on my Instagram and socials, and I'll be updating people and stuff.
He's got some short movies on his YouTube channel. You need to go check that out, okay? And Joey Franchise, let them know what's going on with you.
I would embark on the nocturnal life as much as Speedy does. So keep up with me on the socials at Joey Franchise on Twitter and Instagram, and see where I, get a little rare.
Jiggy with it?
Yeah, get jiggy with it, get rare. Tarek's actually getting rare with me this weekend. So it's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's
all
a party
that
going on somewhere.
All that, and of course, Wild 94.1 out here in Tampa, Monday through Friday, 7 to midnight. If you're listening to this or watching this from like Ohio or like Idaho or Montana, there is a Wild 94.1 app that is free to download where you can listen to me every night and be like, yo, man, what's up?
Dope. You could also check out my Nocturnal Life as a DJ at DJ Speedy JR. Thank you so much. Geek Culture Congress signing off. Until next time, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Peace. Next Thursday, we'll be back.